Hey guys, it's Kim, Angeldreamcrafts, and it's Friday, which means kits. Very excited because this one I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love. It's really fun and you get some great stuff in it. This is my Shabby Vintage fabric postcard kit. And you get 4 postcards, which I will show you in a minute. You also get the images, which I know there's a lot of people who can't print. So this is a great opportunity if you don't have a printer or you can't print. The images come with the kit. There is fabrics, there is appliques, there is little embellishments, and there's a ton of laces. So let me get started and show you what is in the kit. So let's do this first. Like I said, there's 4 postcards and the bases are made for you. And I'm just going to measure these. These are 5 by 5 by 5, which is a good size, I think, for a postcard. And then these postcards are from my personal collection of vintage postcards. And I have been scanning them, and I do have the sets of postcards in my Etsy, and you can find the link to my Etsy in the description box. If you don't want the kit but you do want the images, you can download the digital images from my Etsy. So win-win both ways. And what I did was I took the vintage postcard, scanned the front, and I also scanned the back. So you get to read what Miss Mary Shalibra, I think that's how you say her name, in Garfield, New Jersey in 1912, what her friend Susie said to her. And I love that. This one, and you can read it so nice and clear. It says, "Dear Mary, we received your card and we're very glad you are better. Best regards from all. Ma said she's very glad you are better, and we all are. Goodbye from Susie C. XXXXXXX." And it's got the canceled stamp and the postmark. Like, how cool is that? So you can put your image on one side and you can put what was written on the postcard on the other side. So that's what you get with each one. So I've matched the back of the card with the image. And you can cut these cards down if you just want your image to be the exact same size. You can cut these down if you like, but I like having a bit of room to decorate on my fabric postcards. Now this one goes this way, but and some of them do go that way, like that way, but some of them do and some of them don't. This one does as well. And this one says, "How could I suffer love's alarms when I'm held within your arms." And then here is the back, and it's just signed Loy Burnett to Miss Lottie Gortzman in Buffalo, New York. So maybe that was, you know, her suitor at the time. And this one is 1910. So Edwardian era for sure. So that's that one. And then this one I love. Look at these ladies' dresses, and they're dipping their toes in the water, and they've got their fancy bonnets on. I love this one. And then this one is from 1910 as well, to Miss Dora Goodman in Newark, Wisconsin. And it says, "It's so long since I heard from you, but I think you something, a letter. I think you have a letter. Why don't you write? Thank you very much for the Christmas gifts you sent. They were all just fine. Clark wrote you a post last night. Keep well, Sue." Well, that was nice. I'm glad that they like the Christmas gifts from Dora. So that's that one. And then last but not least, this is a birthday one. Look at her dress. I love it. And the little girl with the flowers. It says, here's a little wish loving and true. Bright may the birthday be dear for you. And it says all good wishes. This one's a lot lighter. It says, hello, Vivian. Are you getting along okay? I'm fine and dandy. That's all that says. And this one's from 1910 as well. So that's what you get. You get the base, and the base is muslin, and it has felt in between. You get the front and back image, and you get 4 of those. So that's fun. You can make 4 postcards, which I love. And then let's do the laces first. There's a lot of laces. Because there is 4 postcards, I hooked you up pretty good with lots of fun things. So, actually no, let's do this first. I've given you a few fabrics to cover your postcards with, like, for example, let's say this one. I was thinking you could put the fabric down. Now, if you tea-dyed this fabric, it would look really vintage. But then you can layer your image on top of it, and then put your laces on it, and, you know, it'll just be gorgeous. So I did give you some fabric pieces to put on your cards, and that's the first one. And then this beautiful rose vintage one. And there is a pink satin. And this gorgeous, very soft, champagne colored satin. So there's 4 of those. And then there is a large doily. Most of the doilies will be like this. It depends on how many kits I sell. But, you know, it's possible you could get a different doily. But if I only sell like 5 of these, then you'll get a doily that looks like this. So it depends on how many kits. If I sell more than 5, then you'll get a different doily. But it will be equally as pretty, I promise. So there's that one. There's that one. And then there's 2 little heart doilies, which are so adorable. There is a beautiful applique. 2 of the gorgeous blue, a small one and a larger one, bridal appliques with all the pearl and sequins and beading. So beautiful. And there's a great bag of little bits and bobs. So there's a little bow. There's 40 flat back pearls. So plenty to do all 4 postcards. And then there's quite a bit of doodad flowers in here as well. There is a lovely piece of double row rhinestone trim. There's the little blingy cameo. You can see all the doodad flowers here. There's like 4 or 5 of each kind. And then there's these super duper, which I love, tiny bows. I hope you'll be able to see them. There's 4 of those super tiny bows there. And all these doodad flowers, there's quite a few. So you can add them. There's pink, there's brown, there's a plain white, there's a white and pink, and then there's the larger blue with the rhinestone, and then there's a couple of the white with the rhinestone in the center as well. So lots of little doodad flowers to add for embellishments to your postcards. I love adding those to my postcards. I think they just look super cute. Hopefully I can get these all back in here. There we go. So there's that. And laces still. So there's this beautiful white bullion fringe. Ugh, if I can get it on my hand properly. And these are all more than enough to do like a row on top of your postcard. As you can see, you'll get more than enough. And I like adding dangles to mine. I mean, I know it's a postcard, but still, I like it. There is this beautiful creamy yellow bridal trim well, it's not yellow. It's buttercream, I will say. Super pretty. Look at the sparkle and the sequins on that. There's this beautiful trim, which is one of my favorites. Very vintage with the tassels. This beautiful piece of Alison lace with the cording. You can cut all those flowers out. I'm giving you a piece of this trim because it has all these little flowers on it. And you can cut out each one of these individual flowers and then put your little clay flowers on top of those. They look super cute. There's a piece of dangle, and you can cut this apart. You could cut this leaf trim and wrap it around your image, like around the edge if you wanted to. Beautiful piece of vintage lace. Is that the right way? Yep. Super pretty. There is a piece of satin, and it's got a very faint floral pattern, satin and organza trim. And you can see the little tulips underneath that. Super pretty. Nice piece of that. Gorgeous piece of dangle trim. Look at this. Beaded dangle trim. Who doesn't love that? Lovely piece of that. Two of these flowers. One of these. Some beautiful Chinese braid in white. White lace. And I was thinking if you put the fabric on the front, you could put the lace on the back of the postcard. This is one of my favorite laces. I put this in my June bride kit. It's a tulle trim, and it's got these beautiful dangles. And again, you could cut the dangles if you wanted to, and just add the tulle trim to the back of the postcard, and then cut these off and use it to go around your image. So you could do that, and then use these to kind of go around the edge of your image, if that makes any sense. So there's a little piece of applique here from some curtain fabric. It's a beautiful flower. Beautiful pink lace, embroidered lace. This is from my Etsy store, and I love it. It's a gorgeous piece of embroidered lace. Well, that's backwards. That's the right way, I believe. It's so pretty. I love it. So it's a 6-inch wide tulle trim with these beautiful embroidered flowers on it. Another one of my favorite dangle laces. And again, you could use the flat back pearls on this to put in the centers of all of these if you wanted to, that you get, because you get 40 of the flat back pearls, so there's plenty to use. And last but not least, you get this beautiful piece of eyelet. So that's the kit. The kit is $20, and as you can see, it is worth it because you get a ton of stuff. You get printed images, which I don't normally do, but I am doing because I felt that this kit, you know, would benefit from me sharing the images. I just wanted to share these beautiful vintage postcards with you. I love them, and I love that I was able to share what was written on them as well, because I just love reading them. They're fun to read, and you know, it sort of gives you a little insight into what people were up to, you know, over 100 years ago. So those are the main images of the postcards. This beautiful lady, and then the two who are courting, and the beautiful Edwardian ladies who are dipping their toe in the water, and then the lovely mum and the little girl. So those are the images, and like I said, the kit is $20. You get all the bases. You get doilies and fabric and laces and embellishments, and you can just have a ton of fun with this kit. So like I said, the kit is $20 plus shipping. My email's in the description box. You can email me for the kit, or you can comment below if you like. Thanks, guys. I'll be back soon with another kit. Bye.